the 1982 1-cent coin without mint mark, produced in Philadelphia. Although the cent is the lowest value denomination in the modern U.S. monetary system, collectors and historians know that the year 1982 was one of the most unique and transitional periods in American minting history. In this extended documentary-style discussion, we will explore why 1982 is considered such an important year, what changes took place in the manufacturing of the coin, how collectors classify it, how condition affects value, what a fine condition piece is generally worth in today's market, and why even ordinary-looking coins can become historically significant over time. The 1982 cent holds its importance largely because it was the year when the United States Mint shifted from the older bronze composition to a newer zinc-based planchet coated with copper. For decades, pennies had been made from an alloy containing 95% copper. But rising copper prices in the late 1970s and early 1980s pushed the intrinsic metal value of the cent dangerously close to, and sometimes even above, its face value. This meant producing the coin was becoming economically inefficient. Consequently, the U.S. Mint conducted tests and decided to adopt a new composition made primarily of zinc, coated with a thin layer of copper, dramatically reducing the production cost. This major transition did not happen overnight. Instead, the Mint used both metal types throughout 1982. That is why there are multiple varieties of 1982 cents, including large date, small date, bronze, zinc, and the absence or presence of mint marks depending on where the coins were produced. The coin without mint mark was produced in Philadelphia. In 1982, the Philadelphia Mint did not use the P mint mark on cents at all. That practice did not begin until 2017. Therefore, when you see a 1982 cent with no letter beneath the date, it confirms that the coin originated from Philadelphia. Even though hundreds of millions of cents were minted there that year, collectors still pay attention to these coins because they can represent different varieties that hold collectible interest. The weight difference between bronze and zinc cents is one of the easiest ways to distinguish them. A bronze cent weighs approximately 3.11 grams, while the newer zinc version weighs around 2.5 grams. Many people around the world, including casual coin collectors, enjoy weighing their 1982 cents because they never know whether they are holding a bronze variant or a zinc one, and some variations are noticeably more sought after. The fascination with 1982 cents also comes from the fact that transitional error coins exist. These are coins struck with the wrong planchet or a planchet intended for another variety. The most famous example is the 1982 D small date bronze cent, which is extremely rare and worth a significant amount of money in high grades. Even though that particular rarity involves the Denver Mint and not Philadelphia, it has increased worldwide attention toward all 1982 cents as collectors recheck old pocket change looking for unexpected treasures. This calls back to a broader principle in coin collecting. Sometimes a seemingly ordinary coin becomes special because of a variety, an error, or a historical pattern that emerges years later. However, when we talk specifically about the 1982 Philadelphia cent without mint mark in fine condition, we are referring to a coin that is not considered rare in the general market. Fine condition generally means the coin has moderate wear but still retains visible details such as the main features of Lincoln's portrait, the lettering, and the date. The surfaces may show smoothing and circulation marks, but the coin remains identifiable and presentable. Coins in this grade are typically found in everyday circulation and do not carry significant premium unless they belong to a special variety of metal composition. Most commonly, such pieces in fine condition are valued at around a few cents above face value, usually between 2 and 10 cents, depending on the buyer and interest level. Although the monetary value is modest, collectors still enjoy acquiring these coins for educational purposes. They represent an important turning point in U.S. minting history, a moment when economic forces shaped changes in coin production. For collectors across the world, holding a 1982 cent is like holding a small piece of economic policy history. Many teachers, hobbyists, and numismatists use these coins to explain the significance of metal value, inflation, government policy decisions, and how these factors influence changes in currency. Therefore, even if the market value is not high, the historical value remains interesting. Another aspect to consider is how the condition of the coin impacts its desirability. While fine condition pieces are common, higher-grade pieces, especially those graded extremely fine, about uncirculated or mint state, can command higher prices. In mint state grades, especially if certified by a professional grading service, the value can rise to a few dollars, particularly if the coin displays attractive luster or clean surfaces free from major marks. This is more relevant for collectors who seek to complete high-quality sets of Lincoln cents. Worldwide, the Lincoln cent is one of the most widely recognized coins. Its long-running design series, starting from 1909 to the present, has made it a favorite among collectors internationally. Many hobbyists outside the United States enjoy collecting year-by-year sets as a way to learn about American history and minting. As a result, even common-date cents from the 1980s receive attention from collectors who appreciate the completeness of their albums. The 1982 cent, because of its transitional significance, is often included in educational sets, metal comparison sets, and mint history presentations. Today's market value for a fine-condition 1982 Philadelphia cent without mint mark generally remains low, typically around 1 to 10 cents, but it is still collected for historical significance rather than monetary profit. Some collectors even buy bulk lots of Lincoln cents to search for rare varieties, transitional planchets, and errors. The excitement of searching for something unusual drives much of the hobby, and the 1982 cent is a perfect example of a coin that captures that spirit. Although the typical fine-condition piece is not a high-value collectible, its presence in the broader story of American coinage continues to keep it relevant in the world of numismatics. Over time, the appreciation for transitional year coins tends to grow because historical context becomes more valued as decades pass. What was once a routine item can, in future years, become a symbol of a particular era. With more people worldwide engaging in coin collecting through online markets, digital auctions, and educational platforms, even common coins find new life among collectors who discover the stories behind them. In conclusion, the 1982 1 cent without mint mark from the United States, though common in fine condition, holds an important place in numismatic history. Its value in today's market is modest, but its historical, educational, and collectible role remains significant. It tells the story of a changing economy, a mint adapting to new realities, and a series of varieties that continue to fascinate collectors around the world. This humble coin, though small in size and low in face value, represents a meaningful chapter in the long journey of American currency. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major change in the composition of the Lincoln cent, commonly called the penny. Prior to 1982, pennies were made of bronze, 95% copper, remainder tin and zinc. During 1982, the mint transitioned to a copper-plated zinc planchet, approximately 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper, because copper prices had risen. That year is unusual because both the old bronze and the new zinc cents were made, and there are both large date and small date varieties, and also multiple mint marks or no mint mark, depending on location. Varieties of the 1982 cent. For 1982, collectors generally recognize several varieties. 1982 with no mint mark, Philadelphia, both large date and small date, both bronze and zinc versions. 1982 D, Denver, large date and small date, bronze and zinc. 1982 S, San Francisco, proof versions. Distinctions of date size, large date versus small date. The digits are slightly different in size/shape. Distinction of metal, bronze, almost equals 3.11 G, versus zinc, almost equals 2.50 G. You can weigh them to tell. Focus, no mint mark version, Philadelphia Mint. Our specific focus is on the no mint mark version of the 1982 1 cent coin. That means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, P mint mark, but since Philadelphia for many years didn't carry a P mint mark on the cent, the coin shows no mint mark. This increases interest among collectors because certain combinations of date size and metal composition are rarer. Now, note, many no mint mark ones of 1982 are common zinc cents, quite inexpensive. The key to high value is the rare bronze, 3.11 G, version plus possibly the small date variety. Some sources say the bronze small date no mint mark is one of the most difficult memorial cents to find in high grade. How to identify an authentic no mint mark 1982 penny in fine condition. Here are the steps you should follow. Check the date, 1982. Ensure there is no mint mark under the date, so not D for Denver, not S for San Francisco. Determine the date size variety. Compare the loops/shape of the 8 and the 2 in 1982 to reference photos. A small date shows a smaller upper loop on the 8 and slightly curved diagonal on the 2. Weigh the coin. If it is 3.11 grams, likely the bronze version, valuable. If about 2.50 grams, It is the zinc version, common. Examine condition. Even in fine condition, which means moderate wear but all major details visible, the coin should show moderate evidence of circulation, but no severe damage. Consider authentication. Because of high value for the rare bronze no-mark variety, third-party grading or authentication might be wise if you think you have one. 5. Market value today for fine condition. Let's talk numbers. For the common zinc no mint mark 1982 cent in typical circulated condition, value is very close to face value plus perhaps a small premium for good condition. For example, one source says that many 1982 zinc cents in high grade still trade for very low amounts. But for the rare bronze version, especially small date, no mint mark, values increase dramatically. For example, one auction record, a 1982 D. Denver, small date bronze cent sold for about US $18,000. Another article says such rare small date copper cents could fetch between US $15,000 to US $19,000. Hence, if you truly have a no mint mark bronze 1982, which is extremely rare, in fine or better condition, you could be looking at a value in the many thousands of dollars range. However, and this is critical, such coins are exceptionally rare and must meet all the right criteria. Most no mint mark 1982 cents are common zinc version and only worth a small premium. In fine condition, moderate wear, if authentic bronze no mint mark, you might expect perhaps thousands of dollars, though likely less than the very top grades. If it's the common zinc version, maybe a few dollars or tens of dollars depending on grade, condition, and demand. Factors that affect value. Why such a huge range? Here are the main value drivers. Metal composition, bronze, rare, versus zinc, common. Date size variety, small date versus large date. The rarest are small date, bronze. Mint mark / no mint mark. Mint mark helps identify variety. No mint mark sometimes increases interest if combined with rare metal / date combo. Condition / grade. Higher grades, less wear, nice surfaces, always bring more value. Even rare coins lose value if heavily worn / damaged. Authentication and certification. Coins that are graded by respected services, e.g., Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or similar, often command higher prices because buyers trust the variety / metal is correctly identified. Market demand and rarity. If a variety is known to be extremely scarce, for example only a handful known, collectors will pay premiums. For example, only 2 known examples of 1982 D small date copper, though that's Denver Mint, not no mark, were cited. Errors and special features. If your coin also has an error, off-center strike, double die, etc., that can add extra value. How to proceed if you think you own one. If you believe you might own a no mint mark 1982 cent in fine, or better, condition and possibly the rare bronze variety, here are recommended steps. Get a precise weight using a good scale. If it's 3.11 g, then you might have the bronze version. Compare date size and mint mark carefully. Use reference images or consult a coin guide. Check condition. How is the wear, remaining detail, any damage? Consider professional authentication / grading. Because the value could be significant, having it certified removes buyer / seller uncertainty. Research recent auction results for coins of similar variety and condition to get a realistic sense of value. If you're selling, use reputable coin dealer or auction house. If you're holding, store it safely, avoid cleaning the coin, since cleaning often reduces value. Document the coin, photos of front, obverse, and back, reverse, weight, any visible markings or unusual features. Summary and final thoughts. To summarize, the 1982 United States 1 cent coin, no mint mark, is interesting because of the transition year, bronze, zinc, and multiple varieties. The common version, zinc, no mint mark, is inexpensive and mostly worth face value plus small premium if in good condition. The rare version, bronze metal, possibly small date, no mint mark, is extremely scarce and in fine or better condition could be worth thousands of dollars. Identification is key, date size, weight, mint mark, metal composition, condition. Always be realistic. Unless you have the right combination of features and good condition, the coin won't command the premium that some headline stories suggest. If you believe you have one of the rare variety, treat it carefully, get professional help, and avoid cleaning or damaging it. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the 1982 1 cent no mint mark variety. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future coin collecting content. Also leave a comment below if you have one of these coins or questions about them. I'll try to respond. See you next time, and happy coin hunting!